Hello, welcome to the channel. In this video, we are going to talk about how to use Google Nest third generation thermostat. So in this one, I'll be explaining you the display and all the basic settings that you see on the Nest thermostat. So first I'll explain about the dial. So the metal dial, it can turn clockwise or anti-clockwise depending on what settings you want to choose or what options you want to go right or left. And then at the bottom, you can press to choose any setting that you want to or to go back. And then at the bottom here is the sensor that detects the motion or the temperature of the area. Now we'll talk about the display. So if you see, there are two lines. So one is the bigger line, the second one is the smaller line. So the bigger line is what you want the temperature to set to. So you can go clockwise and choose, for example, I'll put 24 and then it will turn orange. The screen will turn orange. That means your heating is starting or it's turned on. And then if you see here, it says in 50 minutes, that means the temperature that it's currently now, which is 21, and to reach 24, it will take 50 minutes. Then you can turn it anti-clockwise to go low. And then your temperature you will see here, that is the 21. And then if you go lower, it will shut off the heating system for that time that till your room temperature reaches the set heat number. So at the bottom here, you have an eco mode. So this is for the energy saving option. And I'll talk about that in a few minutes when we go to the setting options. So now when I press the bottom, it will take you to the menu options. So in this one, so the first is the mode option, then the eco, then fan and schedule, history, setting, and then you have a back option. And on the display, it will show you the day, the time, and then the temperature, and then the humidity inside the house. So first I will start with the mode option. So now when you go to the mode option, so it will simply show you heat and press to turn it off. So if I press it, it will turn off the heat mode and shut off the system. But if you have air conditioning, then it will show you the option for the heating, then the cooling, and then there will be one option for heat and cool, in which you can set up two range of temperature, in which the cool will be when your house temperature reaches the maximum, and then it will start the cooling system, and then you can reach the minimum, and then the heating system will start. So this is usually it works when the weather is changing. So for example, in August or in the early autumn, so the temperature during the day is too hot, then you need AC, but at night it falls and cools to your house, so you may need your heating system that time. So in that one, you can change those settings. Now for the eco mode, when you press it, it will take you to the settings inside. So it says start eco mode. So you can start the eco mode. First, I'll show you more info, so how it works. So it says save energy by using eco temperature when no one's home, or turn them on manually anytime. So in this one, what happens is the sensor, if it detects that there is no one home, or after the thermostat learns how your scheduling works, it will automatically start the eco mode. For example, if you don't work if you work 8 to 5 and you're not home, then you can either set the eco mode with a timer, or it will learn automatically and it will lower the house temperature from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. so that your furnace doesn't heat up the house to, for example, 21, 22 degrees, but it will keep at 18 instead. So it's saving some energy there. Then in this one, it's a start eco mode, so you can start eco mode. So the temperature for the eco mode, you have to set it through the settings, and I'll show it to you later. So I'll stop it for now. And then it's for the fan. So in fan, you can run the fan. So there can be multiple reasons. Either the one can be to turn on the ventilation systems. For example, you can turn it for 30 minutes, or you can, I think, go maximum 12 hours. So your fan will be running for all the time and ventilating your house. Or the second option can be that you have AC installed in summer and your house is cool enough, you don't want to run AC again, but you just want the air to circulate. So in that case, your fan will run, cool down your whole house, and when the air is flowing, so you don't feel that stable air, and it will be not using your AC, so you're saving some energy there as well. Or you can also use this in winters, then you'll be just ventilating your house. So now I'll go back to the setting. So now we will go to the schedule mode. So now when I press schedule, you will see that it shows me Tuesday, but I'll go to Monday, and then it starts from 12 a.m. So now in this one, what you can do is at different times, so you see 12 a.m., 4 a.m., 8 a.m., 12 p.m., 4 p.m., 8 p.m., 12 a.m. So you have a whole day, and then you can set up a schedule. For example, I'll set Monday 8 a.m. So I'll press the button at the bottom. It will show you new. So I will put new. So what temperature you want at 8 a.m. on Monday. So for example, if you start working on Monday and then you're leaving for office at 7:30, you don't want the house temperature to be 22. So what you can do is you can just press it and then go up and down on the temperature. So I will, for example, I'll set it to 18.5 and then press the bottom and to confirm. So now if I come back at 5, so if you're done at work by 5, then press this and then put a new. So now if you don't want to actually start the temperature at 12, but you want to start it at 4:45 or 4:30, then you can turn it. So if you see the time at the bottom, it's changed 4:30, 4:45, and 5. So I will say like 4:30, you press it, and now you can go up and down on the temperature. So I'll set like 22. So by the time you arrive home at 5 or 5:15, the temperature that you want is already achieved. So now same thing you can do for Tuesday, and then for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But for the Saturday, if you want to change it, then if you are home and you don't want to do anything, then you can just set it stable at 22. So by the way, these dot numbers that you see is the automatic learning system that Google Nest has, and it automatically reads what the temperature was on those days, and then it enters those automatically. I haven't scheduled anything yet, so these are automatic numbers. Those were entered in the system. So now you can play around, you can schedule it, and then you'll be able to select it. And then once you're done, you can go to the display, and then it will take back to the main display settings. And now if you press it again, now if you see the second option, and another option is history. So it shows you that how your history is working. And then, for example, yesterday it says that 7 hours of heat. So right now, the time I'm making this video, we have a temperature at -26. So we are using a lot of heat. But if I press this, it will show you how much heat it was using. So on Monday, December 20, it used 7 hours. On Sunday, December 19, 6.5 hours. On Saturday, 4 hours. Friday, 2 hours. So it just depends on how much heating your system is using. So you can keep track of it, and also your system learns how much your house is using the heat, and then it can also plan or set your eco mode as per those history. And also history detail help you to plan your thermostat better, so that you can save some energy. Like if you're using too much heat, then you can see the time you're not home, and you can schedule as per that, or you can plan your thermostat as per that. So your house is using less heat and you can save some money. So now we will go to the setting options. So in this one, we will discuss all the different settings that you have in this. So the first is home away assist. So when I press this, it says that automatically use eco temperature when no one is home. So as I was explaining, that with the help of history, you can try to save some energy and money on your bills. So this one automatically sees that no one is home. So as there is a sensor, and then detects that there is no motion in the house, so it will start using the eco mode. So right now I am using this one, so I will just press stop using it or use it. And then the more info, if you see, your thermostat can save energy by automatically adjusting the temperature when no one is home. So as I explained, so the sensor detects if there is someone in the home or not, and then it will automatically do the eco mode. So now the second setting is eco. In this one, you can set your eco mode temperature. So the minimum temperature you want your house to go during the eco mode. So in this one, I have set 18. So you can press it and go up and down on the setting. So the only thing is that please look for the leaf here. So if I go too high on the temperature, leaf disappears after 19.5. So what happens is after this, even if your eco mode is running, it won't be saving you that much of energy, or it won't be that much energy efficient. So I will put my setting to 18 and then I will press done. So in the more info, it only says that it's recommended that you follow the green leaf instructions. So now we have safety temperature settings. So in this one, when I press, and if we go to more info, it says a safety temperature can help protect your home from extremely cold weather. It can ensure that your pipe won't freeze even if your thermostat is set to off, eco mode, or your setting is set to away. So in this one, what happens is this is the minimum temperature when your thermostat automatically kicks in, and saving your house from and the water lines from freezing. So in this one, you can set the temperature to up to maximum 7, and lowest is, which is off, but that's weird. But I think you should be able to set it around 4 or 5 so that it has enough time before the freezing temperature is reached. So now I will press done. So now for the fan schedule, so you can press it, and in the one it will show you always, or you can choose for how many minutes you want. It's a 50 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or always. So in that one, it's 15 minutes every hour, or it's 30 minutes every hour, 45 minutes, or always, which means it will be running 24/7. So in 15 minutes per hour, that means every hour it will be running your furnace fan for 15 minutes to ventilate. So if you don't have HRV system, which is an automatic heat recovery ventilation system, so you can set up these settings in that one. I'll put a link on the top right corner for the HRV system, and you will understand how that works. But if you don't have that, and then your ventilation is done through your furnace, then I will recommend you putting 15 minutes for per hour ventilation in summer. And then if you have in winter, you can either do 15 minutes or 30 minutes depending on how much moisture you have or how much ventilation you want. Then also the second option you can do is the time. So you can set time like 12 a.m. to, let's say you want to do 3 a.m. or something like that. So you can plan that, and depending on how much ventilation you want to do. And then you can set it. So I'll just go back, because in my house I have a HRV system. I don't want fan to run the ventilation, so I won't be using that. So now the next setting is Nest Sense. So in this one, there are multiple settings. So the first one is auto schedule. As your thermostat is learning schedule, so in this one, what happens is that every time or every morning, for example, at 7 a.m., you reduce the temperature from 22 to 18 degrees. And then after a few days, your thermostat automatically learns that you are reducing the temperature at this particular time to this particular number, and it will automatically start doing that. So in that way, what happens is that it auto schedules depending on how it learns from your use of it. Now in the second setting is the time to temperature. So in this one, it simply means that it will show you the estimate time for how long it will take to reach your target temperature. So for example, I'll show you that on the main display here. So if I do this, if I put like 25 degrees here, and then it says in 45 minutes. So that means the temperature it is right now, and then the temperature I set it to, it will take 45 minutes for it to reach. And then so that I have an estimate that how long that heating or cooling will take. Now, the third setting is early on. So in the early on, if we check the more info, it says the early on reaches the desired temperature at the scheduled time rather than starting at that time. That simply means, for example, if you set the schedule for 5 p.m. you want 22 degrees. So instead of starting at 5 p.m. and then your heating system will start from 18 reaching to 22, it will start early on and it will reach 22 at 5. So you don't have to wait for the heating to start at 5 p.m. and then reach at 5:30 or so. Then in this one, you can choose start early, then it will be doing that early start, and then your heating will be reached at the time you set it to. Or in the eco mode, it will be saving a bit of energy, and then it will start at the scheduled time. So in the max duration, it's like if you want to or start early on. So 5 hours is the maximum time that it will start, 5 hours earlier to reach the temperature by the time you want it done. So that you can reduce it to like 3 hours or 2 hours or 1 hour or 30 minutes. Then in the sun block, it's a great feature for this smart learning thermostat. For example, if your thermostat is installed closer to the main entry door where there is a sun coming in, or where there's a window nearby, and then your thermostat will be, the screen will be heating up. So as the sensor is in the front, that means if there is a direct sunlight, it will heat up, and then it will show the wrong temperature on your thermostat, and your heating system won't work properly. So in this one, what happens is that sunblock tells your thermostat when it's in direct sunlight and to adjust the temperature correctly. So that means if there is a direct sunlight falling on the thermostat, it will automatically reduce those 1 or 2 degrees so that your thermostat can be more precise when it's heating your house. So you can, if your location is by the window or the door, so you can choose it and press yes. For me, I don't want to do that, so for me it will be no. And then the leaf. So for the leaf, it just explains to you what the leaf or the eco mode is. So the leaf appears when you have adjusted the thermostat to energy saving temperature. I'll press done and done. Then the next setting is reminders. So in this one, I don't have any reminders, but this is good for if you want to keep a reminder that you have to change your air filter. So which is every 3 months or 4 months, depending on where you live and what kind of furnace you have. So in this one, if I do continue, so in this one, I will put the entry as remind me. So it will say, when do you want to be reminded? So this month, December, and then it will start. And then you can choose the month you want it to be reminded to you. So this just only gives the month for the winters, but if you have AC, then there will be summer months as well. So you can enter as per that, because in summer your AC will be running and you have to change your filter as well. So now we'll talk about the display. So in this one, there are multiple options. So it says use far side, which means when the sensor detects you are nearby, and it will automatically show the numbers on the display. Or you can use, it says don't use far side, then there are 2 options. So wake on approach, when you are directly closer to the thermostat, then it will wake up, or wake on press, when you actually press this one, and then it will bring the settings. So now, on this one, I have the setting as far side, then there are multiple options you can choose. So it can be target temperature that you want your thermostat to reach, then it will show you that number. Or you can do current temperature, analog clock, digital clock, or weather. But for the weather, you have to be connected to the Wi-Fi, and then your current location must be entered. Then I'll go back. Then you have brightness. In this one, you can choose the brightness by pressing it. So you can do low, medium, or high. I'll just do auto. It detects how much light is nearby the thermostat, and then it will automatically adjust the brightness to that. Then the next setting is click sound. So I'm not sure if you're able to hear the click sound in the video, but when I turn this, there's a very soft click sound that I can hear. So either you can turn it on or off by pressing on the bottom of the thermostat. Then on the next setting, you can change between Fahrenheit to Celsius by just pressing it, and then it will give you at the bottom that it's either set to Celsius or set to Fahrenheit. Then on the next, you have a date and time that you can change. So you can just press it. You can choose the format you want, either if you want 12 hours or 24 hours. And then you can also set the time depending on the location you are at. Then in the next, you can choose language. So there are multiple languages. So I'll just go back to English, US. And then the next setting is Nest app. So there's none. So I haven't connected my Nest app or phone with the control with the thermostat yet. But as soon as I do it, I will explain those settings as well. And then next you have a location. So mine is Canada. I just have entered random postal code, so you can enter the location, or when you connect to your Wi-Fi, it will automatically detect that as well. So in this one, in the network, I haven't connected to my Wi-Fi. So if I open this, then it will say type network name, or then it will show you multiple Wi-Fi. Those are available. Once you choose your Wi-Fi, then it will ask you to enter the password, then it will connect to your Wi-Fi. So also you can do not connect, or once you're connected to the Wi-Fi, then you can also disconnect from it. Now the next setting is lock. So this is amazing setting. So in this one, what you can do is, if your thermostat is installed in like a commercial place, or you don't want your kids to play with it changing the temperature, then what you can do is just press the lock, and then it will say you need to add this thermostat to the Nest app. I mean, I don't have the app, but what you can do is you can connect with the app. So once you do that, then you will be able to set the code on this. So you can set 4-digit code. Whenever you want to make any changes to this thermostat, you will have to enter the code. And then the next is equipment. So in this one, this is the wiring. You don't have to do anything, but just if you want to see how your wiring is connected, you can do this. Then the next setting is the Nest Pro. So in this one, if you need Nest professional help, then you can enter the information in this one, and then you will be able to contact someone from the department. And then in the next one is the software. So this is the software update that you have, so you can just see, or if you want to update it, if you're connected to the Wi-Fi, press the update, then it will see if there's any new update available, and then you will have the system updated. Then the technical info. So in this one, there's a technical detail about the system. Legal info, then again it's a legal. Then for the reset, so in the reset, there are different options you can reset the settings with. So restart, then the thermostat will restart. Then if you want to to reset the auto schedule, you can do that. Reset the away mode, account connection, WWN, or all settings. So if I go to all settings, you will see it says cancel or reset. So now if you turn it all the way down, then it will reset the thermostat and take you back to the factory default settings. Then I will press cancel, and then now we'll go to the main display. Thanks for watching the video. Hope this video explained you how to use your Nest thermostat in a best way, and I have tried to explain the settings as simple as possible. And if this video helps you to understand it better, please like the video and consider subscribing to the channel. And I wish you all the very happy new year. Thank you.